Good afternoon, children. Today we will revise lesson number 8 we read few days ago, and that is the modern period. I have already told you that in standard 8 you have to read about modern period of Indian history. Here our history has been divided into 3 parts: ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. In ancient history, in standard 6, we have already read about Indus Valley civilization and the historic and prehistorical periods. Medieval history you have read in standard 7, that was in Indian history. The period between 8th to 18th century is known as medieval history, and in European history it is known as the period between 5th to 15th century. Here we are reading about India. Now in standard 8 you have to read about modern history, that is the period after medieval period till India's independence. And this modern history of India, modern period of Indian history began in the 18th century after 1707, when the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb breathed his last. And that time what happened? The crumbling of the old system gave place to new ideas, and many new powers emerged on the political horizon of India. And this, the ever-changing political scenario, heralded the starting of modern period, especially with the coming of Europeans to India. Because during this period, India was exploited politically, socially, economically, and culturally. And the East India Company, this company was established as a trading company. It was established as a trading company for business purpose in our country. But it took the advantage of the political instability and gradually took over the control of a large part of India. And in 1857, Sepoy Mutiny was there. This mutiny is known as First War of Independence. And after this, many changes were done by British Parliament. And one of the major change was that on 1st November 1858, Queen Victoria proclaimed about the shifting of power from East India Company to British Crown, and with this proclamation, the power went into the hands of British Crown. In 19th century, various measures were adopted by this East India Company to extend and consolidate its control over India. Like which action it took? It took like military action, then introduction of railway. In 1853, railways were introduced, then postal services, then they passed different types of acts. And the revolt of 1857, that is also known as Sepoy Mutiny. The revolt of 1857 was a major event, but the colonial power, means the Britishers, suppressed it. But then also it shook the foundation of British Empire. The British rule continued over India, but the discontentment, angriness against the colonial power, against the Britishers, strengthened the national movement of India, and ultimately we got independence in 1947. And this major event of 20th century, this revolt had a far-reaching effects The establishment of the Indian National Congress was also a major event of this period. Indian National Congress was established at Bombay on 28 December 1885. This Indian National Congress is presently known as Congress Party. It was formed at Bombay on which date? 28 December 1885. It was also a major incident and had a far-reaching effects. Then the other major events of 20th century of India were the partition of Bengal. Britishers wanted to divide us, and that's why they partitioned Bengal, and the plea they gave that as Bengal is a very big province, that's why it is difficult to administer, and they partitioned it. In which year? 1905. And the British officer who was responsible for this partition of Bengal was Lord Curzon. And Britishers wanted to divide Hindus and Muslims to break their unity, to control on us. And that's why they partitioned Bengal, but Hindus and Muslims were united that time, and they all opposed it too much. The day was observed as a Raksha Bandhan Day to mark the unity between Hindus and Muslims, and because of this Swadeshi movement, because of this boycott movement, Britishers had to restore the unity of Bengal in 1911. The other major events of 20th century were formation of Muslim League. Muslim League was formed in 1906, and it was also a major event. Then Home Rule League movement. Then Jallianwala Bagh massacre on the day of Baisakhi at Amritsar. This General Dyer ordered to fire on a peaceful demonstration which was going on in Jallianwala Bagh at Amritsar against the Black Law Rowlatt Act, and in which thousands of people were killed. So it was also a major event of Indian history, modern period, modern history. The British government also introduced a series of reforms to pacify Indians. Pacify Indians means to make the Indians happy and to weaken the freedom struggle, to make our freedom struggle movement weak. But India was able to end the British rule and gain independence in 1947 under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, and many other national leaders were also equally helpful in our freedom struggle. But unfortunately, India was divided into two countries, and that two countries, India and Pakistan. Now children, one question comes in our mind that from where we have got the sources of information of which period? Modern period. So from where we are getting the informations? Various things are there. They are British document, then the books, then the letters, writings, speeches, etc. Then the newspapers, then internet or databases, then old buildings, artifacts and people. One by one we will read about all these things. And children, you must be knowing that the remains of the past, like old buildings, artifacts, inscriptions, books and other documents, they are of great help in reconstructing the history of ancient and medieval period also, because that time writing was unknown. Then the remains of the past, like old buildings, artifacts, inscriptions, they only provided us information. So here the sources of information of modern history, and first we will read about British document. Various types of British document helped us in providing us information. We all know that the British ruled over India for almost 200 years. And the records of reforms, they introduced various reforms to pacify the Indians, to satisfy the Indians, to make them happy. But unfortunately, they all were biased and they did not make the Indians happy. They introduced more Lamento reforms. In which year? 1909. Then they introduced reports of the Simon Commission. When Simon Commission landed in India, that time Lala Lajpat Rai and the other leaders, they opposed this commission because 7 persons were there in this commission and all were the Britishers only. And then police started lathi charge, and in that lathi charge Lala Lajpat Rai was dead. Because of that lathi charge only he died. So these all the reforms with the Government of India Act 1919, then Government of India Act 1935, these all were introduced by the Britishers to make the Indians happy. And these British documents, these are the important sources of information. They tell us about the condition of the people as well as administration of that time. Similarly, we get a lot of information. We get lots of informations from the various bills. Like Britishers introduced various bills. One was Ilbert Bill. Ilbert Bill, in it was written that Indian judges could try Europeans. And then the other was the Arms Bill, which was introduced in 1878. Ilbert Bill was introduced in 1883. According to it, Indian judges could try Europeans also. Then the Arms Bill was introduced in 1878, and according to it, Indians could keep arms without license. These all were passed by the British Parliament. They comes under British document, and they all provide us lots of information about that period. And these all were introduced. These bills were also introduced by the Britishers to make the Indians happy. Now the second source of information is books. Many books were written and printed during this period, and they all provide us information about modern history. They all are preserved in public and private libraries. The books were like, most books were like Anand Math. Anand Math was written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, means Chatterjee. Then My Experiment with Truth. This book was written by Mahatma Gandhi. Then Unhappy Indians. Unhappy Indians was written by Lala Lajpat Rai. These all are available even now, as they have been reprinted from time to time to make them safe, to keep them safe. They are an important source of information of the modern period. Then the poetry, prose, drama, stories, autobiographies, biographies, all written in that period, that duration, they all give us an insight into the condition of that time. Now third information is letters, writings, speeches, etc. They all provide information about the developments that take place during a particular period. Like this, for example, we can take the example of Rajghat Gandhi Museum. The collection of writings of Gandhiji at the Gandhi Smriti near Rajghat is one of the biggest museum on Gandhiji. That the name of that museum is Gandhi Smriti. And it has a library with around 60,000 books. It also has about 6,000 original photographs of Gandhiji. Then various slogans were also there. They can also come under this letters, writings and speeches information source. This freedom is our birthright. This slogan was given by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Then Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose gave a very famous call, "You give me blood and I will give you freedom." Like this, many other slogans tell us about the patriotic feelings, about the nationalism of that people of that period, and the national zeal during our struggle for independence. And we knew about that period. We can tell anything about that modern period with the help of these letters, writings, speeches. Now, various types of newspapers also provide us information about modern period. Newspapers means the London Times, Bombay Times, then the vernacular papers, the papers which were written in local languages, like Bal Gangadhar Tilak's Kesari, which was written in Marathi, then Amrit Bazar Patrika, which was written in Bengali. These all are the important sources of the history of modern period. One act the Britishers passed, Vernacular Press Act in 1878, to repress the anti-government writings and propaganda. Means Britishers wanted that no Indian papers should write anything against them, and that's why they imposed a ban on our newspapers. That act was known as Vernacular Press Act in 1878. According to it, the Indian newspapers that worried the British government, and they were Sam Prakash, Sulabh Samachar, Hali Shahar Patrika, Amrit Bazar Patrika, Bharat Mihir, Daksh Pakrita, etc., Shadharni, Bharat Sanskarak, etc. And according to it, Indian newspapers were not allowed to publish anything against the Britishers. Some administrative reports of the government were also there, and that was tribes, caste and land revenue settlements. They all are also very important sources of information, and the main objective behind these surveys, reports of the British government was to learn about India before it could be administered effectively by them. They published report on the survey and settlement operations in the district of Champaran from 1913 to 1919 in Bihar. Next is internet or databases. Internet or databases like Digital South Asia Library and the British Library's Oriental and Indian Office collections also provide us a lot of information. This digital library is a collection of documents in an organized electronic form that is available on internet or on CD-ROM, that is compact disc read-only memory format disk, and that is also in a coding form, in a spatial with a spatial code. Now the next informations where sources of information is old buildings, artifacts and people. The architectural style of children, wherever you can see the British periods building or the Britishers, the buildings which was made by the Britishers, you can see a different type of architectural style is in that building. So these old buildings, artifacts and people, they also provide us lots of information about that modern period, about that period. The architectural style of old buildings, artifacts and people of that period, they tell us the tales of the past, the stories of the past. Many people who participated in the freedom struggle and saw the important changes, they share their experiences with us, and they publish also, they write also, and these all throw light on the life of the people and the conditions of that period which was existed that time. So children, these are the sources of information of modern period, and in this modern period of Indian history, we are going to take a look at India's suffering. How did India suffer at the hands of the British imperialism and the subsequent achievement of independence from the foreign power. In our next lessons, we will read about that. And now we will read ABC part of this lesson. First come to A part, something to know. Modern period of Indian history began in the four options are there. Which option is correct? 18th century. Then the next question is, the call you give me blood, I will give you freedom was given by whom? Again, in these four options, Subhash Chandra Bose is correct. Next is, in which language was the newspaper Kesari published? You must be knowing it was published in Marathi. Then next is, which one of the following was a major factor in strengthening the national movement in India? And it was, what was there? The establishment of Indian National Congress. When Indian National Congress was established? In 1885. At which place? Bombay. Bombay is presently known as Mumbai. Then the next MCQ is, the book Unhappy Indian was written by? Four options. The correct option will be Lala Lajpat Rai. Now in the fill in the blanks, land revenue settlements are an important source of information. Then come to second. Collection of Gandhiji's writing has been preserved and displayed at Gandhi Smriti Museum. Then third is, the Indian National Congress was established in 1885. The revolt of 1857 was ruthlessly suppressed by colonial powers. The DAS reforms were introduced in 1909. Which reforms were introduced? Morley Minto. Now come to C part in match the following. First one is Amrit Bazar Patrika. Amrit Bazar Patrika was written in which language? Bengali. Then second is My Experiment with Truth. Who wrote this book? Mahatma Gandhi. Third is Simon Commission Report. Simon Commission Report came in which year? 1929. Then transfer of power to the British Crown. It was, in which year it was transferred? After the revolt of 1857, in 1858. Then this slogan, freedom is our birthright. Who gave this slogan? Bal Gangadhar Tilak. It was ABC part. The long answers you have already written. You must be knowing. You read it. First one is, what type of information do we get from the official records? I've already told you in this video also. Answer is also written. You can learn it. Then how do letters, writings and speeches provide information? You can give the example here. Example is also to be given. You can give the example of the famous slogan given by Tilak and Subhas. How it instilled the feeling of patriotism among the Indians. Then mention any 5 major events related to the freedom struggle of India. Anything you can write. Formation of Indian National Congress, formation of Muslim League, then Home Rule League movement, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, then Quit India movement, anything before 1947 you can write it. Then here revolt of 1857 is also very necessary to write in it. Explain any 5 major sources of information about modern Indian history. All the sources you have read, any 5 sources you can explain it. Then enumerate the steps taken by the East India Company to establish their rule in India. How they established? You all know they came as a trading company and slowly they took the advantage of Indian condition, political instability. Second part of the question is, how did the rule of the company came to an end? With the Queen's proclamation after 1857 revolt, the rule of company, East India Company, came to an end and it went into the hands of British Crown. So children, it was the revision of lesson number 8. Lesson number 8 we have already studied, and now in short I have revised the lesson. You just go through the lesson, and your today's homework is you have to write B part. B and C. B and C, again you write it in your notebook and submit it on our WhatsApp group. That's all for today. Goodbye.